Hello, friends, and welcome into the Cowboys Report once again with some breaking practice squad news. This time, the graphics and all the normal stuff is here, and no baby Olivia this time around. Takk McKinley, a name we did talk about in the past, has joined the Dallas Cowboys. It is a practice squad signing for the Cowboys, as they remember they had worked out Takk McKinley way back when in the preseason. He was kind of in the area when they were during their training camp. They brought him in for a visit. He had unfortunately suffered an Achilles injury. They were trying to get him healthy there. Now he's clearly healthy enough to sign, so Dallas brings him in as extra veteran pass rush depth, who you may and maybe more likely may not see on the active roster this year for the Dallas Cowboys. So give me your gut one-word reaction to the signing, the addition of Takk McKinley, a player the Cowboys very much like years ago, coming out of UCLA. They had interest, but they chose not to sign him. One word only. So good, bad, and different. Let me know that one-word reaction in the comments section. My one word is solid. Depth maybe is a good one too. It's not going to be he's our new edge rusher opposite Tank Lawrence. Not what this is about here. This is about, hey, there's a player who's better than what we had on our practice squad in Mika Tafua. He's willing to play for the same amount of money. It's the practice squad salary. You can't really do much in terms of extra money there. And God forbid we get a rash of injuries, we now have a better veteran option, who of course knows Dan Quinn quite well from their time together in Atlanta. So I'm all for this move of bringing in Takk McKinley. I'll make note, the same way I made note when they made the move for Antonio Callaway yesterday, this does not preclude you in any capacity from making a move to go get Odell Beckham. Dr. Jerry and owner Jerry still wants Odell Beckham on the Cowboys. The players do too. This is just shuffling the back end of your roster, a bigger name than what we're accustomed to seeing on the practice squad, but it does benefit things here. Folks, when breaking news happens, we break it down. Whether I'm live with our XFL draft coverage, which I was and stepped off to do this, or at home taking care of baby Olivia, which I was last night for the other practice squad moves of Antonio Callaway, Brock Hoffman. When news happens, we cover it. So make sure you guys are subscribed. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. When breaking news happens, we have you covered. Hit that sub button right now. It's free, and it always will be. So if it's the red button, click it. If it's the black and white, the newer version of YouTube that's being rolled out, click it and make sure your notifications are set to all. Some career stat numbers here for Takk McKinley. 2017, 10 quarterback hits and 6 sacks. He starts off his career pretty well. 22 tackles, 7 sacks. You're like, okay, he's about to break out as a premier young pass rusher. The problem is, since then, hasn't been very good. 3.5 sacks in 2019, despite some good quarterback hit numbers. Then 1 sack and 7 QB hits and 2.5 sacks and 8 QB hits and only the 1 tackle last year before he got hurt again. McKinley, there is some talent. Again, I made note that this is a player the Cowboys liked a lot, and had he been on the board in that ill-fated 2017 NFL draft, I kind of think, and I feel pretty good saying the Cowboys were going to take him over Taco Charlton. The Falcons jumped up to take him in round 1. He goes with Dan Quinn. He's playing with Adrian Claiborne, who also, of course, is a noted Cowboy killer. Thanks again, Chaz Green. And it just didn't go that well down the stretch. Maybe reuniting with Dan Quinn, where he had his most success by a good margin, will make things better. But I will make note that this is just a practice squad signing and a depth signing. He's not someone the team is banking on coming in and playing a huge role at any point this year. Today's Cowboys Report is sponsored by Established Titles. It's a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. It's a project based on the historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in more common English. Title packs, which you can purchase, give you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. They plant a tree with every order and work with global charities One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. You can officially include the title Lord or Lady on your credit card, plane ticket, dating profile, etc. Makes a great last-minute gift. And the first 200 people with a title pack purchase who use my link will effectively be next to my plot. So depending on how many want to become a lord or a lady, we can build our own little Cowboys Report kingdom. It's an amazing last-minute gift. And Established Titles is actually running a massive early Black Friday sale with discounts up to 80% off. Plus, if you use code CHAT, C-H-A-T, you get an additional 10% off on top of their already ongoing Black Friday sale. Go to establishedtitles.com/chat to get your gifts now and help support the channel. That's establishedtitles.com/chat. Links in the comment section and in the description of today's show. Last time we saw Takk McKinley really properly play football games was back in 2021 when he was bouncing around the NFL, mostly he played with the Rams and the Browns there a little bit in 2021. Rams most notably, he's on the practice squad this most recent year with the Browns in 2021, and then unfortunately had an Achilles injury, and then has kind of bounced around this year. I misspoke earlier. He has bounced around this year. 2021, he was with the Cleveland Browns. Not major impact there, not great run defense. If you're thinking, hey, our defensive ends has been the run defense issue, it's not been the solution this year. I will make note quickly here, by the way, McKinley was with the Titans practice squad this year. The Rams then picked him up and then cut him a couple weeks later. Now he's running the Cowboys practice squad. So the issue for this Cowboys, I think potentially part of tomorrow's video, depending on what else other news happens and makes it impossible. I got some ideas on how to fix this Cowboys run defense. The number one issue right now is not your defensive tackles. It's not. It is that you have had a very tough time on the offense's left side and your right side on defense being able to contain and stop outside runs. Dorrance Armstrong has not done a good job. He's been a nice pass rusher, though it's kind of cooled down lately. He's not been a good run stopper. Dante Fowler, not great. I kind of want to try Sam Williams out there more. Your defensive end opposite Tank Lawrence has not done a good job of keeping contained, keeping things inside, and they've gotten washed out far too frequently. Now, as we broke down on last night's late at home video, shout out to baby Olivia for commandeering the entire show, the Cowboys did not just make this move. They signed Brock Hoffman to replace Alec Lindstrom, who's injured, the backup center, and Antonio Callaway, the practice squad. So now they are full up on practice squad spots. They had one open spot. They put Lindstrom on the injured list. Mika Tafua has been cut. Takk McKinley is your one-to-one replacement there. Hoffman's your one-to-one replacement for Lindstrom. And Callaway's your addition at wide receiver. And no, does not preclude an Odell Beckham signing. The hope for McKinley is, you know what, he does something. Has a tackle this year for the Rams. Hasn't had much of a real chance. Got cut by L.A. I don't think he's going to make a massive impact. I wouldn't expect him to make a massive impact. But he does give you extra veteran depth on the practice squad. So grade the signing. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this move by the Cowboys. Sound off right now. Practice squad, guys, cannot be lower than a C, if not a B. It does not stop you from signing Odell Beckham, so don't get bent out of shape about that one there either. I'm happy with the move. It's a notable name, veteran depth, knows Dan Quinn well. I'm all for it. I'll give it a B+, maybe an A- there. I still want Odell Beckham, but I've got no complaints whatsoever about this move.